Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
God love those terms.
Are we hearing sound now? Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Let's try that. Somebody say something.
Saying words.
Something.
Doo-dee-doo.
So I'm hearing Jeremy very, very softly.
Saying words.
Into it. There we go.
There
So I'm
we
hearing
go.
Jeremy very, very softly.
Saying words.
Into it. There we go.
There
I'm
we
hearing
go.
Hello,
Jeremy
everyone,
very, very
and welcome
softly.
to
And I'm also
Breakverse,
hearing
where
it
I
echoing
horribly
Jeremy.
misspell the word troubleshooting
Sorry.
in our Twitch notification.
No, you're good. Go.
Not
go,
your
go.
fault. Okay. Yeah, so welcome to Breakverse. I'm Aaron, your GM. Very quickly, Jeremy, I'm going to bother you one last time to introduce your character.
Hi, I am Jeremy. I'm playing Click Clack Kenku Rogue.
Okay. And Auntie?
Hi, I am Antitonic, and I am playing Kasi, the Naga Sorcerer.
And Kat?
Hi, I'm Kat, and I am playing Scott, the Wood Elf Barbarian Cleric.
And Steph?
I'm Steph. I play with Wolfina Nightdale, the Wood Elf Cleric.
And we are this week without our Paladin and our Bard, respectively, Ragnar the Dwarf and Alistar the Half-Elf. For various reasons, they could not join us here, so they are not here. Duh. Okay, so, last time on Breakverse, here's our party. He began in earnest the tournament's official rounds. Click, clack, like one. And then the sounding victory in the floor's lava, a type encounter. Or the group, the party of 5, gave one. And a strong victory against apparent favorites and champions from last round, a group of Eladrin elves. And what the fuck is his name? Ragnar won a game of tug of rope by freezing his opponent and just taking the rope from her hand. So, as we resume, other matches are continuing outside. There are losses and victories. That giant rabbit that you noticed entered loses in the first round of the signals to a woman who looks, for a human, barely of age, maybe 18 or 19 maybe 18 or 19 around there, with its startling dark hair and a nervous demeanor. Several rounds progress before the group of you are called back to the stage for your second round. It seems that in between the rounds, for some unknown reason, they have flipped around which order the groups are going in. You have not had time for a short rest in this time, so you are exactly in the condition you were at the end of the last round, sans any healing that has been expended. As you're heading back in, is there anything any of you want to be doing?
No, if possible, I would like to have just watched whatever matches I could, but other than that, no, especially anything going in.
Right. Where the fuck is Alistar's token? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, as you head back into the arena, you are... You know what? We don't actually necessarily need the arena for this one, so... As you head back into the arena, you see three figures across the way. Two are cloaked in robes, and one seems to be wearing fairly heavy armor. All of their faces are obscured, and features are difficult to determine. One seems significantly shorter than the others, perhaps the height of a halfling or a gnome. The other, her two stand about at human, maybe short elven height. Though it is hard to tell with the fully plate armored individual. As you are brought into the arena, and the announcer sort of calms down the crowd. Well, well, both of these teams have won splendid victories in their previous rounds, and need no further introduction. We don't want to spoil the surprises for either team anyways. So, your challenge this round will take place on the plane of the second trial. And around you, this sort of dust-filled arena shifts. You can still roughly see the outline of the crowd and the great dragons that watch from above this tournament. But where there was a dusty sort of essentially fighting pit, there is now grass and greenery, almost indistinguishable from the Feywild outside that you had passed through to get here. There are two moss-covered cauldrons. I swear I have notes. I'm just bad at wording today.
It's okay. It has been a day already.
Yep.
Through nothing, no fault of yours.
Yep. There are two moss-covered cauldrons, the center of the area. And the announcer continues to speak. Again, you are very much aware of the crowd and the dragons and the announcer, but they all seem to have taken on this ethereal element, as though you are a bit separated from them. Along the external ring of this now Feywild grass arena, there is a river of green liquid, and the two cauldrons in the center of the area are filled with the same, what seems to be the same liquid of a deep green, somewhat translucent color. Before you are vats of dark magic, poison, curses, and strange effects have been rolled into a mystic liquid that flows through this plane of trials. At the bottom of each of your cauldrons lies the way to the next round. You may begin whenever. What would you like to do?
I look at everybody else and say, are we just trying to get to the bottom of the cauldron?
I'm assuming so.
I cast control water.
Okay. Can you put the text of that spell in chat? Because
Yes, I
it
can.
may...
Oh my.
Yeah, okay. So that specifically affects water. You sort of reach out and cast control water, and I mean, technically the spell affects. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I want to make it flow out of the container.
Okay. So, yeah, you sort of focus your magic, pulling the freestanding water in this container out. And from this mix of dark greens and blacks and other colors, water does start to separate and leave. And you are essentially creating a, fountain-style, non-Portland water fountain-style spurt out of the...
Yeah.
It's an important clarification, given where I live.
I appreciate the clarification. That's important.
Out of the side, sort of out of the fountain. There's still that blackish green liquid that seems to be a lot thicker now that you are removing all of the water. Carsey, Scott, what are you doing?
Fuck it. I'm just gonna put my hand into it.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. 15.
All right. That is not quite good enough. It is very close. So Scott, you sort of push your hand in, trying to reach for whatever is at the bottom. But you're going a lot deeper down than you expected. You expect this to be a sort of thin basin. It seems that it is genuinely a cauldron all the way down. So you stick in your arm and you take 18 points of acid damage.
Oh dear.
As it starts to burn. You can feel something metal at the base, but you know the longer you keep your hand in here, the worse it's going to be. Carsey.
All right. And we still have the temporary hit points from before, right?
Yeah, we got from.
So then,
Alistair.
You got some temporary hit points at the beginning of this from both. Well, actually, you only get whichever is a greater number, because temporary hit points do not stack.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that that was still there. Okay, so that takes those away. Minus that. Okay. And I will pull my arm back out.
So,
That didn't work.
what's the other team doing?
Make me a perception check.
Great.
So, I mean, there's
I
some
just go
things you can
instantly
see
blind, I guess.
regardless. Two of them seem to be standing at the barrel. Neither of them seems to have stuck their hand in. They seem to have been waiting for you guys to do that first. The other one, you have no idea where they went. Maybe they're standing behind the barrel, given that they are halfling-sized.
So I'm just going to try this. I'm not going to go like too hard on it. Am I able to move the cauldron or barrel or whatever?
It's very heavy. You're not able to move it, at least not very. You shove against it, and you can feel some push to it. But if you're not like putting your weight into it, this would probably require multiple people to lift if you wanted to move it.
Can I try backing up and doing lightning lure?
Why don't you throw that spell in chat? Because I'm not. Oh.
That's all right. I just got to change it over to.
On the cauldron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to make it tip
Just-
over or something
You
like that.
would know that this spell affects creatures. So if the cauldron is not somehow alive, it will not be affected. But if you want to, you can absolutely attempt it. It's the Feywild, that's possible.
Yeah, I'm going to try it first, because then I have a weird backup idea if it doesn't.
Okay. So, Scott, as you pull your hand out of this liquid, Carsey releases electric energy that courses through this thick liquid and skitters around the surface. The cauldron doesn't necessarily crack, but definitely seems to take a bit of damage. But unfortunately, it does not shriek, get up, and move.
Okay, that didn't work either. Dispel magic?
What are the rules regarding this tournament? Like, in terms of...
there are a lot of them. You
um,
can only bring in certain items,
yeah.
no summoning other people, though you can summon pets.
Yeah, but in terms of in these types of non-combat challenges, are we allowed to, in theory, initiate a combat?
Oh, yeah. Winning is winning the objective, but you're absolutely allowed to run off and try and kill the Sombra on the other side of the map.
If you murder the entire other team, you have all the time in the world to complete your contest.
That is true, and Carsey would know that is... Like, that is definitely an option. It is discouraged to continue trying to kill the other team once you have actually won. But if you want to win by killing the other team, that's fine.
So if no one else is doing anything at the moment, I would like to try something.
Yeah, so... Sorry, Steph. Did you want to
Yeah.
cast Dispel Magic, or were you just suggesting it to the group?
I was suggesting it to the group.
Okay. Carsey, yeah, you would have a second to try whatever you're...
So there's one halfling-sized and two bigger-sized people on the other
Yeah,
side,
though
yes?
you don't see the halfling-sized one at the moment.
Yeah.
With a 0.
Of the two human-sized ones, is there one that's a bit bigger or bulkier?
I mean, one of them is wearing full plate and seems to be slightly taller, potentially as a result of that. And one of them is just wearing robes.
You know,
Can I lightning lure the guy in full plate through our cauldron to get him to knock it over?
You can make the roll.
That's much better than what I thought. I thought it was great. He's
Wow.
small and in plate armor. I bet if he fell into his cauldron, he wouldn't be able to get out before he died.
He's elf-sized. Sorry, the one that
Yeah.
can't be seen is the yeah. Okay.
It terrifies me how other people's minds work sometimes. This is one of those times.
So he makes a strength saving throw, DC 13.
All right.
I'm just attempting to lasso him into the cauldron to knock it over.
Fair enough. For some reason, I can't find the...
While he's doing this, I cast Dispel Magic on the cauldron and the
Okay.
contents.
Yeah. Can you throw that one in chat for me, as I now am handling two...
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just it was in the middle of doing something, and now something else is happening, and I now have to resolve both of those things at once.
Okay.
All right. Oh, okay. Lightning lure is a strength save, or is that just auto filled?
Strength save.
Okay.
DC 13, it says.
Yep. Yeah, with a natural 15, he succeeds.
So you're saying he doesn't have a -3 to his strength?
No, the guy in full plate with a giant sword strapped to his back doesn't have a -3 to his strength. I wonder why.
Well, clearly he's not a character I make then.
Actually, no, that would be great. It's just not the case for this NPC template.
That's fair.
I'm considering doing that, damn it.
So he doesn't take the damage either because he doesn't get within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, unfortunately, you reach out and press the electricity to him as he's examining this cauldron. And the lightning courses across his armor, but he sort of shakes it and places a hand on his sword. At the same time, Wolfina, you reach towards your cauldron and cast Dispel Magic. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna say that this gives you the ability to know that. I know it's kind of ambiguous in the text. You feel 2 spells end, and you're going to need to make a spell casting ability check, which is just your wisdom with no proficiency.
Okay. Only 12.
All right. Unfortunately, that is not quite high enough. So you reach out and you cast this, and you feel spells dissipate. Some sort of shadow fizzles off the top of the liquid. That's still caustic and sickening, but has, you're confident, at least one less layer of awful magic upon it.
Okay.
The cauldron itself also seems to fizz in some slight ruining flares for half a moment before disappearing from the edge of the cauldron.
Okay. Something, guys.
Should I try sticking my hand in again?
No.
I can cast resistance on myself and try again.
Before we do this, can I just interject with one thing?
What's up?
Just asking the party. Should we make it harder for opposing sides to observe?
I don't want to waste my resources on that personally.
As you're discussing
but
this,
you do-
Wolfina, you're the one with the highest passive. I want you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. $17.
So you catch it just a moment too late to interfere, but you notice some sort of liquid starting to spill out of thin air above your cauldron, dropping in and sort of increasing the level of liquid in your cauldron just a bit.
Okay. Guys,
What?
did you see that?
See what?
They're trying tricky shit.
Well, yeah.
Meaning either we need to stop them or we need to move faster.
All right. Well, like I said, I can cast resistance and try and reach in again.
I'm going to acid splash at their cauldron, so it feels like trying to shoot it in.
Yes.
Okay, acid splash is typically a save, I believe. Am I incorrect about that?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
All right. So I know it is typically a dex save, but I want you to make me a spell attack roll because you're not aiming at a person. You're trying to essentially score baskets.
Okay. And for the people that don't typically play spellcasters, what sort of role would that be?
That's just is your charisma plus your proficiency plus whatever you roll. It's an attack with the ability that is your spellcasting ability.
Do you have any
It
spells
should
that
say
have
under
an
spells
attack?
what your bonus is.
Do you have any
and
spells
what's
that
the
have an
deal.
attack roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Do I? Yeah.
Ray of Sickness would be one.
Ray of Sickness, Ray of Frost, Firebolt, Chaos Bolt.
Yeah. So just roll the attack roll for Ray of Sickness.
There you go. 18. Not bad.
Yeah. I mean, you're aiming for a cauldron. It's not that hard to hit. So you just sort of lob this acid into their cauldron. They don't have a chance to deflect it. But the guy with the large sword is definitely eyeing you specifically, Carsey.
If I notice that, I'm going to hiss at him.
Should I do something sneaky?
Like what?
Please
Like
do.
command or
Yes. Sorry, I'm not there.
command?
That's
Yeah.
That's only one word, though, right? So
You're
what would
rooting
you
for
say?
the audience. You're there in spirit.
Help.
I mean, my
We'll
vote.
make them do it.
That's
I'd be
what I'm
worried that
saying.
I'd be worried if they took the thing out of our cauldron that it wouldn't count for us.
If we took it from them,
Yeah, I don't.
I could just make them freeze, or I could make them help us.
As you're discussing this, Wolfina, just again out of the edge of your eye, the amount of liquid in your cauldron goes up.
Can I reach over my shield and try and deflect it?
You can try. Make me just an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Athletics, you said? Or acrobatics? I'm sorry. Breaking up. Disadvantage. 7! So probably not.
I'm not seeing anything at the moment. So, okay. 7.
Really?
7 does indeed miss. Sorry, I think it's on my end because
Yeah.
all of my froze.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
it definitely showed up for me.
Cool.
I tried. Okay, enough of this. Can I look over there and try and figure out who's making the most impact? Like, which of them is the spellcaster?
Insight. Or which of them is a spellcaster? Definitely the one that isn't in full plate.
That's
One
okay.
in robe,
That's
not the
fair.
one in full plate. That's almost
How far
immediate
away are
enough.
they?
Maybe 25 feet.
Perfect. I'm going to cast command, and the one-word command is going to be sabotage.
Okay.
That seems like it's going to backfire somehow.
Can you... I don't intentionally make things backfire. Can you put the spell in chat just so I know I'm
Yes.
pretty sure that's one that I have to make up.
Yes.
I forgot grovel was a thing you could do.
It lasts for 1 round, but
He grabs
See,
his
what
friend
is-
and throws him into his cauldron.
I mean,
That's sabotage.
that is sabotage. I don't have faith that the guy without and can do that to someone with plate armor, given his strength. But that is absolutely sabotage.
It's
Or
a
he could
DC
jump in himself.
16. Well, he can't do anything that's directly harmful,
Yeah.
but
Well, it's not directly harmful.
Put the liquid in his own cauldron.
Oh, he's not doing that part. God damn it. Why did everyone's character sheets leave?
Alright, well, I might as well, because it's a cantrip and it's concentration for a minute, I might as well cast resistance anyway on my shelf.
Okay. So we're going to try and take things one thing at a time, especially when the GM is struggling to find stuff.
No worries.
I know it's tempting when there's a lull. I'm just... Today is apparently the saga of the technical issues.
Yeah.
I just need to figure out what the fuck he can do to sabotage if he even fails that roll. Oh, God. D&D Beyond
intent
search
behind
engine
it
leaves
was for
something
him
to be
do
desired.
the opposite of what he was doing. So he was pouring
Yeah.
stuff in ours. I want him to sabotage backwards.
Yep.
That was the meta text.
That's
on
that's
that.
fine. You get one word, and it's based on the capabilities of the character that you charm, who
Yeah.
unfortunately is not actually pouring anything in your cauldron. Do. God damn. Yeah. So you cast this spell, and you see the flicker in his eyes is for a second of your magic. What's your spell save DC?
16.
Yeah, unfortunately, he sort of steals him. Well, actually, you don't see the flicker in his eyes because you can't see any of these people yet.
Nope. I'm just.
You see that
hoping
slight
it works.
stiffening. And there's some sort of hissing, dark conversation between the spellcaster and the armored man, and yeah, I'm gonna need dex saves from everyone. Scott, I'll say you managed to get resistance off before that.
Fireball.
Yeah. Somebody got a little pissed and just fireballed everything.
So dex save?
Dex save.
Awesome. I get advantage on those.
Yes, you do in this case.
17. So dex save?
Apologies to those listening for the brief echo.
Someone who has fireball, what's the damage on fireball?
8d6. Pretty sure.
Sounds like a lot, but
It might be 66. Half a second here, so I
Fireball?
Fireball. Ball o' fire.
Yes, 8d6.
Okay, I was right.
Or half as much on a successful save.
Fireball is mean.
yes. And because I realized that I didn't include that in the intro, Sylvester probably just flat out said, "There's not much I can do about the smartness things." Wait, fuck, that's a different character's voice. I'm not one for riddles and tricks. If you need me, do something, let me know. And Alistair is clearly physically there, but he does not seem to understand what's going on and primarily seems to be trying to figure out how sexy the thing under the armor is.
That is
sounds
the
about
most
right.
in-character thing Alistair could possibly do. Well done.
Hey, Alistair, try to fuck the cauldron. Maybe he'll knock
No,
it
it is
over.
8d6. That is surprisingly lot of damage, but okay. All right, so Karsi, you take 26 damage. Wolfina and Ska, you both take a halved 13 fire damage.
Boy.
As this spell of flame and magic just detonates on your entire team because it's a fairly wide radius.
What happens to the cauldron?
That's right, because you dispelled magic on the cauldron. The cauldron looks scorched and chipped at this point. It doesn't seem like any of the liquid was fizzed off by the fire.
But now it's boiling.
But it is now significantly hotter, and it looks like the cauldron itself took some damage.
Okay.
Does it
How?
look like I could break the cauldron?
I was gonna say, can I start just casting Sacred Flame on the cauldron?
I'm going to shove Alistair in the back and tell him to do something.
Okay. And I actually need to make Alistair and to make some dex saves for them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
Just because they're not here, or in Sylvester's case, an NPC, doesn't mean they're immune to fire damage. Sylvester fails. He's conscious, and he's actually doing pretty much fine because he didn't get hit that last combat, but he's significantly more cinched than he was. Okay. Yeah. So, Alistair, I'm not going to try Alistair's accent, actually. What does he have in terms of...
Maintain where you need it.
So...
Your kingdom for a shatter spell.
I know.
I know, right?
Just start hitting it.
Alistair will sort of wave his hand and mutter something under his breath, and across the... I mentioned before there's this river of greenish liquid on the outside. On that liquid, sort of near where the spellcaster and the armored person are standing, there start to be strange bubbles and mist that starts to come off of the river. Both of them seem to turn around trying to figure out what that is. And because I'm not going to spend his spells for him. That is what he does.
That's fair.
Hey, cantrips are helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, you wanted to cast Sacred Flame?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of bring down some radiant fire. 5 radiant
cauldron.
damage continues to scorch the cauldron.
I'm going to try to hit the cauldron.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is, I should mention at this point, the cauldron is looking fairly beat up.
All right. I'm going to try and slash at it with my greatsword, try and break the cauldron.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
That hits a stationary object.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay.
11 slashing damage at a cauldron.
So, Scott, you slice across, taking this large barrel cauldron, and you actually just, like, crack the stone and take, like, sort of the top half of it off. Unfortunately, you're standing within 5 feet of where you just unleashed a large amount of caustic acid with curses in it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was.
So I'm going to need a con save and a charisma save as you are bathed in this stuff.
Con save is 12. Charisma is 6, because that's perfect.
Okay.
And I still have resistance.
You
I'm
actually
gonna go for
have a reaction with which to use that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my D4 hopefully on that con save.
Okay.
So beautiful. That's a 4. So that brings that 12 up to 16, if I did my maths right.
That does sound correct.
Cool. So that charisma save is still a 6, but
Yep. And yeah, that'll just barely succeed, which is great because you got a lot more acid on you this time.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I'm sad we're not playing in person because I don't get to like take that giant like stack of D4s and just throw it on the counter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't get the visual of how painful that is.
So yeah, you take 32 acid damage reduced by half to, because you succeeded the save, that is reduced to 16.
Okay.
A 32, yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking a bit beat up. All right.
And you feel, actually, you would all see sort of as Ska is blasted with this large amount of acid and her skin starts to burn with it. The acid sort of filters off, leaving behind this sort of raven-shaped shadow that just sort of lingers around your person as a sort of ethereal figure.
Ooh.
Warping with some kind of dark curse.
Lovely. So that means that the cauldron is now like half the size, basically. I cut it in half.
Yes, you roughly have cut the cauldron in half.
Awesome.
And now there's a fair amount of acid on the ground in front of you guys, but, you know, progress was definitely made. It seems over there they have finally figured out that Alistar was just fucking with them and there's nothing in the river, and are going back to the poor enchanter trying to slowly dismantle this spell.
Preserve life.
On.
Ska.
Fair enough.
Yay.
Okay, how many hit points, Scott, are you down below your half?
Hold on, I have to math. I honestly don't think so.
What's your current
If
hit
you're not, it
points?
won't make a difference. But I heard you say you were rough and you just got bathed in acid, so.
I'm very close to half, but I am still above half technically.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Yeah, Wolfina, you'd probably automatically know that, because otherwise that spell becomes very annoying very quickly.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
but
enough.
I promise you that I will get to half, probably, or get below half, because I'm going to cast resistance again and try and stick my hand into whatever's at the bottom.
Pause on that.
So just hold on to that for a sec.
All right. As Ska pushes her hand back in, that's going to be another con save. Carsey, is there anything you'd like to be doing during this?
Yes. Can I cast darkness on their cauldron?
You can definitely cast darkness. Keep in mind it is an area effect.
Yeah, it's within 15-foot radius.
Yep.
And apparently they were about 25 feet away, you said?
They were 25 feet from you, yeah. There's an edge to an arena, but yeah, you can put it in sort of centered around their cauldron.
Yeah, I'm choosing the cauldron as the object.
Okay.
I got a 20, not a natural 20, but a 20 on my con save.
And should I roll wild magic?
Yeah, if you cast a spell of any level, you roll your wild magic.
Yep, anything beyond.
Okay, just because it says the DM can choose.
Oh, that is
17.
fair. I've been treating it as automatic. I probably shouldn't But yeah, in this
That's all right.
specific case,
If
I
you
probably
want
would
to, I
anyway.
will.
Automatic is the fun way.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
automatic
you
is
want
the
it
way
to be
where it can
automatic, I'll
happen
do
in
it.
situations that don't make much sense for it to happen. But this is a situation where it would make sense for you to accidentally fireball something. Yeah. Yes. So you sort of reach out, and their half of the field is engulfed in darkness, which is very surprising to all of them. Scott, you want to stick your hand back in with that shadow still gripping to you.
Hey, I don't know what it's doing.
Okay, make me a con save.
I did. It was a 20.
Oh. Yes, a 20 will succeed. So... You take 20 damage from the acid reduced by half, and you take... sorry. 7 necrotic damage as this shadow reaches in and apparently augmenting any damage you end up taking.
Oh, lovely. So that's 17 total?
Yep.
Okay. I am definitely below half now.
Yeah, Carsey, their area is wrapped in darkness, and because you're sort of mostly observing this, I want you to give me a perception check. But yeah, your hand is now in the acid.
I'm trying to reach down to the bottom.
Feel something at the bottom. Do you want to pull out, or do you want to press forward? Never mind.
I was told we were told that whatever we needed was at the bottom of the cauldron, so I'm gonna try and go for the bottom and grab whatever's there and pull it out.
Go bobbing for apples. That's the way you should do this.
That is how Click Clack would do this.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
He would perch on the side, stick his head all the way in, and come out with it, and no feathers left.
I want to point out that consuming this has other effects that are not necessarily the ones you've seen. Apparently, we cannot escape the curse of Alistar in the chat. Got it. All right. So,
I'm helping.
Wolfina, did you want to try and do something as Sky's pretty...
I am holding an action for, as soon as she pulls her hand out, I'm casting Preserve Life.
Okay.
If she survives that long. If she looks like she's about to pass out, then I'll cast it before then.
Yep. Either when she's out or once she falls. Got it.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, so... Did you make a second con save? I'm not seeing it in chat.
A second one? Oh.
Well, yeah, if you're persisting, you're going to need to make me another con save.
No problem. That is a 13. I'm going to use my resistance to do D4. That brings it up to a 16.
That is a success. Just barely, but it is. So... you keep your hand in and you take 18 reduced by half to 9 acid damage. I can do math. And... oh, geez. 11 necrotic damage, not reduced by half.
Oh, okay.
You have your hands around this thing now. Very firmly. It's hard to tell exactly what it is. It feels like it's metal, maybe about this size. And if you pull it out, if you continue to have your hands around it and pull it out, you're going to need to make me one more save if you want to just back out now.
If you say help, I will cast.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of scream just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna count that as being the trigger
Yeah.
because she
yeah.
looks like she's about to pass out.
Uh-huh.
So you can be restored up to half, 40 points.
Awesome. Let's see. I have to do math.
I don't believe you're 40 points below half.
No. I'm 40 points below half would kill me because that would be negative.
Yep.
So yeah. Okay. So you give me 33. I'm back up to 37. Oh, sweet. And okay. Now I will try and pull
Cool.
this sucker out.
So yeah, you expend a use of your divine channel divinity, and Sky, you're gonna be making another con save.
Yep. Oh, thank God. That's
That
a
is
19.
a success.
Whew.
And as this last round happens, they're noticing, the one that isn't in the darkness is noticing that you're pretty close and is gonna Carsey, you're gonna
Can
have
I
to make a
take
wisdom save
action?
because you're the
Who's making a wisdom save?
Carsey is.
Okay, because I was gonna say I will, if I can have a bonus action, I'll cast Shield of Faith.
Yeah, you probably had time to get off Shield of Faith while all of this was going on.
If I notice that something is happening, I will.
You would not be noticing that something is happening until it happens.
Okay.
That is how invisible creatures work.
That is.
And also, Shield of Faith is a bonus action, not a reaction.
Yeah.
So
Right.
typically, you're doing it on your turn, not in response to casting.
So that's a 15.
15. Let's see.
I'm casting it on Scott.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Because I don't care about it.
All right.
Because if she gets the thing out, then we're good.
Yep. Again, sorry. Sometimes I need to take a second to read through a spell and be sure I'm doing it right. Yeah. So, Carsey, as you're sort of watching Ska pull this object out, and we will get to Ska in a moment, and you feel darkness and shadows wrap around your mind. I probably should ask about this in advance. Note to self for future games. You see your greatest fears in your mind's eye. Because Phantasmal Killer's a fun spell.
Oh.
Man.
You are currently frightened. And it is currently your turn.
So theoretically, would I have to try and escape from anything? Because I know, like, sometimes when you're frightened, you got to run away from what you're frightened from.
Yeah, so it is kind of ambiguous about whether or not the effect is the caster, but you do all see this small, cloaked, robed figure or phase into existence, a hand extended towards Carsey. I guess technically you're afraid of that figure. I'll put Phantasmal Killer in chat for everyone's benefit. But you will probably need to make a save at the end of your turn. You are frightened for the duration. But you have your turn while frightened. You can't move. The effects of frightened are you can't move closer to things, and attack rolls go with disadvantage, mechanically speaking.
Okay, I just had to take a moment to think of what he would be afraid of that would manifest as. So, can I throw down my stuff and boomerang and just hightail it? Pardon the pun.
Yeah, yeah. You are
Yep,
running to the exit.
Yeah, he's just throwing down staff and boomerang and just getting away from them as well.
Yep.
Would he lose concentration on the darkness spell?
Does he want to? He doesn't automatically.
Oh, okay.
But he will have to make a con save after if he fails his next wisdom save.
I think that he would lose concentration.
All right, fair enough. As you're bolting for the exit, make me another wisdom save.
Yep.
Well, hi.
That is
It's
not
not
high.
high.
I don't think it's a spoiler to say a 0 is below the DC. So,
I love negatives. It's just
Carsey,
true.
you take 27 psychic damage.
Ow!
Because
Oh,
I
man.
rolled absurdly fucking well.
Yeah, you
I
did.
actually forgot to roll privately, so sorry about that.
That's all right. He just drops because he was on 24.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So, Wolfina, as you are sort of releasing your heal, you see your ally bolt in the opposite direction, throwing down all of his weapons, the shadows fading, and he just falls on his face at the edge of the river. Ska, you're pulling it up. You succeeded the Constitution save, so 15 acid damage reduced by half to 7, and a non-reduced 5 necrotic.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I fucked up making those damage rolls silent.
Don't worry about it. All is good.
But yeah, you pull out of this cauldron what looks like a hefty lock.
Okay.
Of sort of heavy stone and metal. Wolfina, it's just essentially your turn.
Okay. I will. He's just on the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Bolted away,
Staff on the-
grabbed his head, flop.
Okay. He dropped a staff. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I pick up the staff. I walk over to him, and I cast Cure Wounds, just at first level, with the staff, basically, by like poking him in the chin. And as he wakes up, I say, "You getting it yet? Am I worth it yet?"
Yeah. Carsey, you wake up to that. The terrors are gone from your mind because I don't think the
Because
spell
you
lasts
died.
you unconscious.
She's standing over you. Your staff is like on your cheek. Once
As-
he's awake, I take the staff away and I hand it to him and walk back.
Conversation. Am I echoing in someone or no?
It might be me.
It's fine. As this conversation is occurring, and goes back to soot and dust and sand and straw. The arena becomes physical again. The team opposing you seems to be conferring amongst themselves in disappointment and frustration. Kicking the dirt. As the announcer comes. And another stunning victory, I think. This round has concluded and one has achieved the item that they need to progress to the finals.
Ow. Is the item still in my hand?
Yeah.
She'll kind of like raise it in the air.
Cool.
In that like, yeah, kind of, you know.
Wolfina, go see what's happening.
So I'll get to what constitutes my fate, and just give Wolfina a couple pats on the back.
Okay. So
And
you
go to grab
retrieve
my
your boomerang and head on in. I assume.
Wolfina is looking very smug right now, feeling very pleased with herself.
Oh man, yes. All right.
I'm not useless, guys.
No, you're not.
Healers, they're really fucking important.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm a little low on spell slots, y'all. You might need to carry this next one.
I have one spell left.
I have 3 third level and 1 fourth, and I can do one of those divine things.
I need to heal. Like bad.
So when's the final?
You get sort of the same answer that you got previously if you ask around. It's basically determined by how long the next few rounds take. Usually not very long, but you can try and get a rest in and hope that someone will reach a stalemate. Or you could ask your friend to try and coax out a stalemate.
It's up to you. What do you want me to do?
I'm below half again. Let me think.
I fear that I am on death's door. I would require healing.
Yeah. Can we can go back to our stuff and like I can use the last potion that I've got. Or well, not the last
You
potion.
can only use the stuff that is in your inventory for the fight right now.
Even if we leave where we are, we can't go back to our stuff.
You are asked to stay in the arena's sort of holding area. So you have the 3 items you brought, but not other stuff.
I can do a third level prayer of healing, if that helps. Then I'm down to 2 third level slots.
How much would that be able to heal?
3d8 plus 5.
I mean, that would definitely be helpful.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I could do 1 cure wounds at first level and 1 cure wounds at third level. Only benefit to that is adding the modifier for every spell slot. Up to you.
Well, we're both significantly hurt, so it's whatever. I think maybe just doing 1 spell and at least trying to get us up a bit higher would be more.
Oh, I forgot. I'm still learning things. The original cure wounds, you can also add 3 to that.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of preserve
Blessed
life.
Because blessed healer. Yeah.
Sweet.
That is helpful for Karsi. That doesn't apply to Ska because the invoke is not a roll.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Or sorry, just type blessed healers for me. Okay. So I will go ahead and do a 3rd level prayer of healing. It's going to take me 10 minutes, but
Okay.
Hopefully we'll have 10 minutes.
Jeremy, are you okay or are you still...
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, as good as ever.
I mean, can I use the same 10 minutes for the prayer of healing to ritual? No, I can't. That's all good. Sorry.
And again, I'm not spending Alistar's spell slots. I don't think he has anything that could really help in this moment anyways. So yeah, as you begin your sort of 10-minute circle, click clack, a few more rounds go by and it becomes your turn.
Okay.
Probably should still a giant rope. So you're brought out to this this sort of dust field, and we're
Sorry, quick question. Since I no longer have one of my 3 items, am I able to replace that?
unfortunately no. Was it a physical item or was it a consumable?
It was. It was.
Oh, it was the bomb?
Yes.
Unfortunately, if you bring in consumables, because otherwise you could just use your health potions every single time and replace them. So unfortunately, you are
They
not
won't
allowed
let me
to
use
replace
another
your...
bomb. Aw.
No, sorry.
That's fine.
I see where you're coming from, but
It's all good.
so that nervous woman with silver hair, that apparently is huge. Okay. No, she is normal person size. That nervous woman with silver hair, who you may have seen defeat a large rabbit earlier, is sort of nervously like tapping her fingers and sort of practicing the arcane gestures across from you. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, it's fine, I'm fine. Everything will be absolutely fine. Yeah, and as she begins to mutter to herself, the announcer will start. And we have a surprising match between two who come from behind, innovative fighters. What better way to challenge those whose skills lie in innovation and unique approaches to problem solving than to tell them smash each other's heads in, and whoever walks out, walks out.
Click Clack has a look on his face that clearly says, I did not come from behind. I kicked my last opponent's ass in 2 rounds.
Sorry, Auntie, as Click Clack is walking out, you would have a chance to try something.
Can I cast message on his opponent?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The nervous-looking woman with silver hair.
Yep. So it's just going to be 25 repeated whisperings of doom.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh my god. Oh.
I am going to use my Tides of Chaos to make this advantage.
Fair enough.
Wow.
That's a 19.
Yeah. So click clack, sort of as this cut as smash each other's heads in is declared, this girl shrieks, covering her ears. Oh no. I can do this. 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 Okay. And we're gonna roll initiative.
All right. $22.
Come on, fucking. Okay, the new D&D Beyond character sheets are definitely causing some slowdown for me at this point, so I'm just going to use the, what the fuck is it called? Sheet from the other site, D&D Beyond.
Cool.
Because every time I try and click something in the Roll20 sheets.
D&D Beyond, folks. It doesn't fuck up your characters.
Quite as often.
Quite as often.
It did recently fuck up everyone's characters, but everything was still actually there. It was just slightly differently categorized.
Yeah. I have thoughts about the new character sheet.
D&D Beyond, still significantly better mobile experience than Roll20.
Oh, 100%. Faux show.
And she rolled a 10. So you're going first.
I'm going first.
You could have positioned yourself somewhere else, but that's roughly where you would be, if you're okay with that.
In the ocean off the edge of a continent.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah, you'd be roughly on that side,
Okay.
though your specific position is up to you.
I think that's only 24 dooms you have in there, Auntie. All right. Well, she seems to be very upset and a little disturbed. So let's try to end this quickly. I will... Yeah, I will move 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action to dash. Get right up close. And I rapier.
Okay.
And thanks to Rakish Audacity, I don't need advantage on an attack roll for sneak attack. All I need is to be within 5 feet. No other creatures are within 5 feet of me, and I don't have disadvantage.
You do not have disadvantage. Roll your fucking murder attack.
I'm not going to kill. I'm just going to beat repeatedly until she falls down.
Roll your roguish sneak attack and rapier stab, which is pretty murderous at this level.
It's a 23.
That'll hit her 11 AC.
For 25 piercing damage.
Yeah, that'll hurt. I think it's 24, unless I'm missing
Or 24.
something.
You're right, 24.
All right. So yeah, you stab her, and in one stab, you clearly take her down quite a bit, getting right into her gut as she is just utterly terrified. And in front of you, she vanishes, turning invisible because she can do that.
Can I opportunity attack something invisible that's moving away if I know where they were?
Unfortunately, Misty Escape specifies its
Oh, it's
teleportation.
Misty Escape. Okay.
So not in this case. Sorry.
Oh, everybody Misty Escape. That's no fun.
Yeah, this sort of fayish magic wraps around, leaving just your sword still bloody, but clearly not inside of anyone anymore. Fuck. Alistar, I hate you. Sorry. Yeah, and she is somewhere else.
She's All right. Well.
As a reminder, you have already used your bonus action.
Correct.
No,
yeah, absolutely. I don't have. I mean, that it was.
Yeah.
Her turn, so I'm assuming she's done, and it's my turn now.
I
don't have anything I can do.
Misty Escape is a reaction.
Oh.
So her turn would start now if you wanted to end it.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I was not clear about that at all.
I thought it had become her turn.
It will, as if you didn't have anything else you wanted to do in response to that on your turn.
Yeah, there's nothing else
Okay.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, so she reappears just kind of behind this pillar over here.
Yeah, I think she was behind a pillar.
She reappears kind of glancing out the side of it. And she's gonna try really, really hard. Oh, she can do that. She's gonna try really, really hard, and Hold Monster does work on humanoids. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Hold Monster is the catch-all.
Yeah, so click clack, she sort of whispers something, extends a hand out, and I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save,
yes.
My best save.
I can't, I'm not doing this intentionally, but I feel like I'm bullying the low wisdom characters. Yeah, that doesn't meet her spell DC.
There's a moment where I see a spell being cast, and I feel things are going, and he just goes.
Yep. Yeah, so Hold Monster goes off.
Okay.
And you are paralyzed, but that is the end of her turn.
Okay.
So your turn ends and you can make me a save.
0.
She doesn't have an absurd spellcasting DC, but it is higher than 0.
I assumed so.
this very nervous woman will try some Eldritch Blasts at you.
Okay. She should have like advantage or something like that, and auto crit.
Yes, she does. She has advantage, and her Eldritch Blast does a thing. Oh, it's multiple beams because she's an 11th level spellcaster.
Right.
That's what it is. 22 hits.
Yep.
I believe.
Like I said, that is an auto crit because I am paralyzed.
Yeah. 25 also hits.
Yes, it is.
And 2 natural ones fails. Because fuck my dice.
I feel like
As
pain.
she lets out these blasts, 2 of them land into your sides, and the other one goes straight for you, and you feel like it's going to hit you in the middle of your forehead, and then it just stops, like half an inch from your face, and wilts. An Eldritch Blast is... Fuck, this spell's being complicated. She does not have the... So that's 2 damage.
Okay.
On the first attack, and the second one would be 4.
Okay.
So I rolled a 1 and a 2 on my damage rolls.
Awesome.
So, yeah, you got crit twice. Ow? Question mark?
Owish.
Owish. And she sort of yelps and flinches, hiding back behind this pillar. Not mechanically hiding. She doesn't have it.
Well, now she's just getting annoying with her with the hiding. I'm kicking your ass. Ah! 15?
Succeeds her DC 14.
Okay.
Check. So yeah, as she flinches and hides back, you just press out of that. Unfortunately, that is the end of your turn. So she's going to try Eldritch Blasting again, because apparently no one gives Archfey Warlocks damage cantrips.
That's okay. She doesn't have advantage, and she doesn't auto-crit.
That is true.
She'll probably do more damage this round than she did last round.
I mean, her first attack roll's a 10, so I wouldn't count on it.
Cool.
15, I believe, misses you.
It just misses me.
Okay. And a 25 does hit.
Does hit me.
Okay.
I
So
will laugh so hard if this is a 7, 8, or 9, or 10.
it's an 8.
Yes!
So yeah, she... Again, most of the blasts just go entirely wide, but one does hit you right as you're getting back up, and that makes it your turn.
Oh, sweetie. I feel so bad. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, look at that. I'm going to hit her with the flat of the blade. I'm not trying to murder this person.
That's fine.
But it is still a sneak attack.
Yes, it is.
22.
Her AC is 11.
For 29 points of non-lethal
and click,
bludgeoning.
clack, you have only hit this person twice, but you just thwack her over the head and she falls. All right. The announcer is, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a stirring semifinal that went back and forth, but the Kanku has come out from behind.
This announcer is a liar.
This announcer is going by the people
I mean,
not
yeah.
betting on the strange Birdman that they don't recognize as any.
Oh no, and announcers are hype men, so
Yep,
he's doing his job.
she is.
She is.
Wait, no, she's the other one. He is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, the stern lady who's actually in charge of things is a woman. This guy's a man. So yeah. And click clack, as you walk away, you notice a robed individual just sort of walks out, picks up this woman and taps her head twice. She sort of looks up and starts muttering something that sounds like an apology to him, as they walk out of the arena.
Insight rolls.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to know what the deal is between these two. 5. I don't know.
I mean, with a 5, most of what you can tell is that it seemed like that person healed her to some extent, using some magic or another.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I rolled shit. That is entirely.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye on where they went.
I mean, they're headed the same place you are.
Okay.
Back into the barracks.
Exit out into the barracks.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye on them because
Okay.
this is the Feywild.
Yeah, you see them head to sort of the locker-ish area. If you want to try and follow them, you absolutely can.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to sneak my ass over there.
Okay. I'm going to say this is before your allies necessarily get down there if they were watching the match, because they are still in the middle of a casting. But with a natural 20, you stealth.
Yes, I do.
That,
for the record, is a 31 adjusted.
Yeah. Their conversation is in hushed voices, but with a natural 20 on your stealth roll, you can get close enough to hear what's being said. Who's just, I'm sorry, I thought I could do it. I tried in the technique, but the universe was telling me that doom was coming and just saying it over and over, and I didn't know what to do, and then ow. Fuck. I'm sorry. And he doesn't seem to be saying anything, just seems to be standing there, hands just sort of folded inside of a robe, appraising. Yeah, probably.
I'm waiting to see what his reaction ultimately is, since he thinks they're alone down here.
That is entirely fair. So she goes on like this for several more minutes before he starts to speak. I sponsored you in this tournament, and with the understanding that you were a capable mage and one of my most devoted of followers. I'm sorry. I know, I fucked up. I'm sorry. And I find you losing to a cursed beast man. I didn't mean to. Ow.
So dumb. Oh, keep going. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm just giving you the chance to interrupt if you want to.
Not yet, because he hasn't said what he's going. Like, there's no indication that legitimate harm is coming this person's way. Although there are strong hints of that. He wants to wait before he does his stupid thing.
I hope you understand, Belle, that my favor is not easily earned and is quite easily lost. I am not a forgiving or a giving sort. I know. I'm sorry. I can do other things. I can make it up to you. I promise. I'll keep trying.
At this point,
Yep.
I am slipping up behind this person who is probably going to murder me. And he will find the rapier like right here.
Okay.
And oh god. He will say, and it's going to come out very like slow, paused. He's trying damn hard to just get a full thought out of words that he doesn't necessarily individually have.
That's
So he is basically using a combination of sound, like natural sounds that sort of fit the proper syllable and
okay.
things, and starts and stops and the like.
Yeah.
I know.
You're gonna need to make me a charisma saving
Yes.
throw to pull this off. You have tried this before. It is always hard, no matter how many times you've practiced
Absolutely.
an individual statement. But you can always make the attempt. It's just very challenging.
Absolutely.
And who knows? Maybe this creature has some preternatural ability to understand.
All
you.
right, so that's an 8, so that's not good.
Yeah. So what does he try and say? Because
He's
it won't come out
trying
perfectly.
to say,
But
he's trying to say, you know, it looks like the cursed beast was able to get one over on you, so maybe you should take it a little bit easy on her.
he seems genuinely surprised that you managed to get a blade to his neck without him necessarily noticing. He'll sort of incline his head. She seems to have absolutely no idea what was just said.
Right.
Child of ancient curses, beast that wanders the lands. Do you really wish to challenge my claim to this one?
There's a brief pause. Caw, motherfucker.
Wait. In whose voice?
Oh, this has to be Ragnar's voice. This has
Okay,
to
good.
be.
Yeah. And click clack, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
All right, I will certainly roll a roll. I don't know
This
that
is
I will
important.
make a roll.
Were you holding your action to attack if there was aggression, or were you just
Yes.
holding your blade there?
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
you will have a chance to make that attack roll.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. So I can make the attack roll before the strength roll, the strength save.
You can make the attack
Okay.
roll, but you will always need to make the strength save
That's fine.
regardless of what
That's
you roll.
fine. So Rakish Audacity still fits.
Yeah, she's about 10 feet away from you. So yeah, Rakish Audacity would absolutely fit.
Well, the person that I'm about to stab is directly.
I thought Rakish Audacity only fits if he's the only one, which he is.
Oh, you are correct. You are correct. Yes.
I just
She's
was
10 feet
clarifying
away, so
that.
yes.
Yeah.
No, valid point. 18?
18 will. Well, we'll see. Make your damage roll.
22 piercing damage. And
All right.
strength save of 20. Not natural.
So yeah, you feel this magical force pressing back on you, and you flick your blade. You think you probably dug in pretty deep, but you barely see a cut on
Right.
his neck as this creature turns his full strength and fey grandeur towards you. You steady yourself as this gust of inexplicable wind tries to pin you to the wall.
Okay.
And dark eyes of pulsing energy that you don't think he had a minute ago. A minute ago, he looked quite human.
I
Are-
mean, he was pretty sure what he was dealing with here.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Uh-huh.
He's just not smart. Or no, he's smart. He's just not wise.
Yep.
So with a 20, it was enough to it was not a success?
Yeah, a 20
Okay.
barely, but 20 does succeed.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's technically going to be your turn next. Actually, it would be fair to let you roll initiative.
Okay.
Mostly for her benefit in case she rolls a natural 20.
Ah, that's not a good initiative. 12.
She's going on 4, and he's going on 8, because fuck my dice.
Yes.
Um,
I'm going to die, but it's going to be a glorious death.
Sure. It really doesn't matter, so we're just going to give him a
Really wish they'd
card
allowed
back
me to
as a
carry
trophy.
one of my dubious bombs with me.
Sorry. That's part of the challenge. It's resource expenditure.
Yep. Well, yes, in the contest, not in the side murdering attempts.
Did you go and get bombs before
No,
you
I did
stealthed
not.
after him?
I did not. I absolutely did not.
Okay, yeah. So ignore the slightly odd token. I didn't think you were going to fight this creature.
I didn't think I was either. And then, well, things happened.
But
Oh.
yeah, click clack. Technically, it is your turn next.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I've got that right. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well. I am going to stab this dude again. Because stabbing is what click clack does. 22
22 will again hit.
for 25 piercing damage. And for my bonus, do bonus action wise. I mean, I can disengage, but then no, you know what? No, yeah. We will give it a shot and see what he does as reaction. I am going to disengage. And then do sort of a leap skitter about 15 feet back, go into sort of a almost sort of a fencing pose, and then do the thing.
Okay.
Which comes with an eyebrow waggle as well. Because that's important.
How far are you headed?
About 15
back?
feet back.
Okay. Yeah, keep in mind you're in a fairly confined space.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
you don't know that necessarily. I just need to actually, you know what? I can just pull him into a character sheet. Fuck. Come on. Dear auto load character sheet, please actually auto load this time. Does an 18 hit you?
An 18 does hit me, yes.
Yep. So he's sort of barely even turning, raises a hand, and in this crystallizing moonlight lands in his palm. You take.
I will uncanny dodge this.
Does a canny dodge apply if it's an attack? Well,
yes, it
yes,
applies
okay.
specifically to attacks. Evasion, which I also have. Evasion is the one that is for for dexterity save.
And you are technically in your natural form. Does the Feywild think that?
Oh,
Yeah, the Feywild thinks
this
that.
goddamn spell.
I mean, it's a variant on the spell as cast by an archfey.
I was gonna say because
yeah, but it's that spell.
Moonbeam is a save, not an attack roll. Also, archfey, yeah, I'm fucked. So I take 13 radiant damage.
Yeah, as this sort of light of radiant damage, he incline his head towards her.
You guys are gonna like my Yanti so much, I swear to God.
I didn't do this.
No, I did this. All me.
So, Steph, you were wondering why Jeremy's characters keep dying? No, I'm kidding.
I
sort of
so 100% approve of this course of action. Steph does. Wolfina is like, what the fuck? Steph is so on board with this.
Yeah. She'll kind of look out, slightly terrified of everything that is happening. Look to you.
That is an accurate and wise assessment of this
What
situation.
are you doing? You won. I didn't go to sleep. And we're gonna see how many warlocks cast sleep spells at high levels, huh?
Yes, they do.
5d8 plus 2d8 times 4.
2d8, 15, 13d8?
I don't make the rules.
If she rolls all 2s, she all anything more than all 2s except for 2 3s, and I'm asleep.
Well, we'll see. 36.
I would have been asleep
69.
Naturally.
Okay, so as she sort of pulls out her hands, you feel this. You feel this sort of sleep come over you, Actually, it is a fairly wide area of effect. Roll me a D100. Because it is
that a
entirely
really-
possible that other
We're
injured
like
champions are
underneath
here.
or something. Yep.
You're in the locker room, yeah. But unfortunately, a 2, you are not particularly lucky, and everyone else who's in the radius would be high enough hit points.
Yes, folks. On a 1D100, I rolled a 2.
Because Jeremy. Oh man.
And yeah, with that, you're going to fall asleep.
Yes, I am.
And
The big question is if
so,
I will wake
yeah.
up.
Well, you have no idea how much time, if any, has passed, but you do start to come to wakeness, just sort of set against one of the walls in this room. As you're waking, you don't see the girl anywhere, but you still do see this robed figure talking to a seemingly human woman with silver pigtail. Her hair pulled into silver pigtails that go down nearly to the floor.
Okay.
I don't expect much from you, but I expect a bit of respect. This is not your domain. This is not your tournament. And accosting our competitors is strictly forbidden for any coming in. You lose graciously. No, sort of. The cursed creature attacked me. He unprovoked while I was discussing my champion's loss with her. Though do not believe you so weak that you who needed to resort to any sort of violence against such a small threat. Is this a threat to my kingdom or to my mate? They'll sort of, not at all, not at all. And she'll actually sort of like wave at you and smile. I'm quite sorry about all of this. Yes. Have a lovely tournament and best of luck.
This is the
The silver. This
dude,
woman is not the same
Okay.
woman as the scared girl.
right.
They both
No,
just
the person
happen to have silver
but
hair.
I was just the person who was referring to me is the runner of the tournament, not
Yep.
not the archfey. Okay. Cool.
This is not someone you have seen before, but does seem to be one of the people running the tournament. And he'll sort of incline his head to you. It's not too late to take on a sponsor if you seek to get rid of your curse. That could certainly be arranged if you exchange the favor with me upon your victory.
There's a moment there where he holds up a finger and opens his mouth as if to say something, and then the hand holding the finger up pivots, and the index finger goes down, and the middle finger goes up.
Cross. All of you mortals. And he'll walk out of the room. Yeah. You sure are lucky that there's an ancient silver dragon looking out for you right now.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. As far as he's concerned, though, he just won that fight.
Okay. So, the rest of you are about at this time. You've seen Click Clack's match. You spend the last sort of minute or so into the next match. What's the right word? Finishing up that spell. So you do get the hit points that were rolled from that.
Good.
And at this time, do you want to go down and meet up with Click Clack?
Are there still more fights
Yeah.
to be had? There's still one
Yes.
more round, right?
There is still the final round for all of you.
Okay.
Ragnar has not gone yet in the semifinals. And currently, you've been, for the last minute or so, watching apparently a staring contest between two of the group competitors.
Okay.
First, last person on a team to not be staring, not have a member staring at the other team wins. This one may take a while.
Awesome. Scott is going to find a spot out of the way to sit down and try and get a short rest in,
I'm going
if
to
possible.
watch this match as closely as possible to see if I can learn anything about either team that wins.
Fair enough.
It's a distinctly unfair contest because it is a team of Cyclopses against a team of Hydras.
I wish I had thought of that, but no. Both of the teams seem roughly humanoid. And we'll get back to the details of that in a moment. Steph, sorry, Wolfina, is there anything you wanted to...
No. I cast the spell and I kind of just pick myself up. I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
I'll just hang
Yeah.
out.
So, Click Clack, you eventually do find the group of them. Carsey is watching quite carefully. Ska is just trying to relax herself into being less acid marked.
Uh-huh.
Sup?
Caw, motherfucker.
And he's just gonna be keeping an eye out while things go on for this other motherfucker.
The one with the robes.
Yup.
Okay. Make me a perception roll.
$14.
You do spot him sitting in the stands a ways away from you with that the girl you fought against, Bella, next to him.
Okay.
Or Belle, sorry.
Does she look any worse for wear?
From then when you stabbed her, no.
From the last time I saw her when I was awake.
No, but she has 5 hit points. Because he doesn't have that much healing capacity.
Okay.
But that was you.
Yes, that was me. That wasn't him. Okay. Fair enough.
Sorry, you had something else you wanted to ask?
No, I'm just going to keep track of them, watch sort of how they interact with each other, etc. I'm much more interested in them than I am in the contests at the moment.
Alright. Make me just an insight roll, I guess.
Okay. That it was a natural one.
There's definitely a power dynamic that even with a natural one you pick up between them.
I just think it's the other way around.
If you want,
No.
No. he seems to be occasionally making comments. You can't really read her all that well. She was terrified when you fought her, so maybe she's still terrified?
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, this match, I have to actually pull those. You know, the other spell he had was Demiplane. This is a group tournament. So this one of the teams seems to be made up primarily of monstrous creatures. A few who are sort of lizard-esque, and two who are lizard-esque, and one that seems to be some variety of orc.
Okay.
It's hard to read much of their combat ability from them simply staring very adamantly, and definitely at least the lizards having a bit of an upper hand in the staring contest aspect of this challenge. And the other... the other group seems to be entirely comprised of elves, or would seem to be on first inspection. Make me an insight roll, because you are watching this tournament quite carefully.
That's a 3.
Yeah. From what you can tell, this is a group of 3 drow elves. One of them seems more armored and equipped than the other 2. But yeah, that's basically what you can tell. With 3, sorry.
We are an
That's so good.
insightful group.
You have a cleric. Yep. But yeah. So this staring contest goes on for quite a while. Both of them seem inclined to just wait it out for the first amount of time before one of the drow... Actually... Well, okay, so before one of the drow whispers something a bit too loud to the more heavily armored one, and both teams spring into fighting action, trying to very carefully keep their gazes on each other as they attempt stabbing and other things. The attacks are brutal back and forth, and from there the match only lasts slightly longer, or as having not managed their surprise attack, the drow still rout the other team. It's pretty obvious that one of them is doing the vast majority of the work, slicing through people with brutal weapons, while the other 2 have some daggers and are occasionally poking at the sides. They this group sort of tears through, and this heavily armed and armored drow essentially carves the eyes out of the first of the serpent or lizard folk before managing to cut the other two to the point where they're bleeding out and attaining victory. The announcer comes back. You can't stare if your eyes are gone. And what an excellent, if brutal, example of resourcefulness and talent. This group will be moving on to the finals. Okay. And as it moves to, well, Ragnar would be next, but Ragnar is not here. What are you guys doing in the stands?
Having a panic attack.
That's fair.
I'm going to turn to Wolfina and say, can you cast that spell to get rid of someone again?
No, I cannot.
Pity. Because that rather large fellow looks like he might have been the one to get rid of.
Has it been long enough for me to have gotten a short rest in?
No, it has not.
Okay.
It may be, depending on how long Ragnar takes.
Okay.
If we're lucky, maybe we won't have to get rid of anybody.
Sylvester will sort of look over the match. I don't know what the best tactic here is, but I can say for certain that that one isn't. That one indicating that the champion drow isn't in their true form, whatever that is. There's a way shape changers move when they've held a body for a while, but not forever.
Maybe they're getting tired.
That's entirely possible. They haven't had any more chance to rest than we have.
Now, this is an extremely long shot, but is there some kind of way I can try and work out what that might have been originally then?
Sure, roll me a religion roll. A religion or a history, depending on whether you're trying to do it from the perspective of there are drow and also this creature, or I'm trying to identify the creature by attributes.
I assume that would probably be the history roll then? That second
History
one?
would be I'm trying to identify by the history of the drow, what little I know of it, and religion would be identifying the creature.
Okay, I would have rolled the other one, but 15.
Okay. You're going for the identifying the creature?
Yeah.
With the 15...
It is the same modifier, if that helps.
Yeah. With 15, you're fairly certain the creature is some variety of celestial. Given the sort of brutal way they attack with their mace, from what you've seen, it does seem like there's some level of radiance to their magic, to their attacks, and some. But that is about all you're sure of. Some kind of celestial, probably one that's focused on combat. but you don't recognize the specific creature. It's not something you've ever specifically encountered.
Okay.
Probably not a humanoid. Yeah, that's what you'd know. Click clack. Are you still watching the group
She
across?
is still just zeroed in.
All right. So as the match is finishing up, he seems to be like saying something to her in the kind of casual, I am in control power explaining things to you. She kind of flinches and nods, seems to be taking every comment he makes as an assessment of her, whether or not that is accurate. Who knows? But yeah, you can sort of see that conversation occurring as he commentates, at least to her, the end of the match.
All right. He's just sort of he is just going to be, he's trying to keep an eye on them and wait for an opportunity.
I don't know what you're looking for an
So
opportunity
the
for.
opportunity that he's looking for, and it's not going to be right away by any stretch of the imagination. It's not going to be probably any time during the actual tournament. It's like the actual proceeding of the duels or the like. It's going to be in the, okay, we're breaking for the night, or we're done overall, or what have you. But an opportunity where the two are separated, or something to that effect. And I think you can guess what Click Clack's plan is.
Yes, though I don't know if this would be a time that Click Clack would want to do that, but he does sort of say something to her. She remains in her seat in the stands, and he gets up to leave, heading down towards the entrance, possibly to make the same offer he made to you to others.
I mean, this is not a time to make the escape, but this is definitely a time to an opportunity to interact with this person. So, Click Clack gets out of his seat, scooches on over, and goes to take a seat next to her.
Are you stealthing?
Yeah, stealth is
Yeah.
good. 28.
Right. Yeah, she's not going to notice you until you make yourself
Yep.
known.
Take a seat. Sup?
Hi. You won. You definitely won. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Hi.
You cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
He puts his hands up. Non-threatening gesture.
Mm-hmm. Irving inclines her head. Do you need something?
I'm going to make a fair. I don't have everybody's phrases over the last God knows how many things recorded, but I am fairly sure that in probably Ragnar's voice,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be something to the effect of, "Do you want to get out of here?"
I um Why? Where? Huh?
Shrug, arms spread wide.
She's gonna make an insight roll. Sorry, geez. Apparently the skateboarders are back.
Uh-oh! The Fae has returned, and he is on a skateboard.
No, that's a different game, and that's death, not a fey creature. She's not doing too bad. She'll sort of because he's it's contract. This is the deal I made.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how I made a contract.
Mm-hmm. Shit contract.
I mean, just because I didn't beat you doesn't mean I'm not very powerful. Well, I am good at what I do. Yeah. Sometimes I'm not as good as I should be. But that's not the fault of the contract. She seems a little bit lost on what you're asking.
Sorry. Pauses, thinking how to phrase this. Shit contract. Master. Mm-hmm.
I am not that
Fuckstain.
She seems to sort of take a deep breath and steel herself. The tournament's ongoing. If you want to talk about this, whenever it ends, it seems like we're approaching the finals. It should be pretty soon. Meet me, and she'll give you the name of a sort of small cafe in the city that you've probably walked by a few times within the touristy areas. At a back table there. All right. You should get going now.
Throw a wink, get up, and sneak back.
Okay.
Another natural 20.
So, even though he's not necessarily trying to hide from you, click clack shows back up. You know he left. You didn't see him come back.
Sup? All right.
Since no one apparently says anything to that.
Yeah, no, he just suddenly he just like, sup?
Scott is trying very hard to meditate and feel better.
Yeah.
She'll wave in your general direction.
I don't even know if Kelsey would notice if he left.
Valid point.
Yeah. There is stuff going around. It seems like they're preparing something in between the rounds, and Ragnar is led out onto the field. And as the match is declared for next time, that is where we're going to end for the night.
As the match is
Sorry, it's a
declared for
little
next
early,
time,
guys.
the match is declared for next
For
time.
next time.
I say goodbye, peeps.
Bye.
Hello.